as I mentioned earlier, we are going to talk about the 17th Annual New York African Film Festival. And their topic for this year is Independent Africa. And it's because of 50th anniversary of 17 African nations sovereignty commemorated at the festival, running April 7th through 13th at the Film Society of Lincoln Center. And you know where Lincoln Center is 66th Street in Manhattan. And you're all cordially invited. And with me here is a co-director of one of the movies or films that will be shown. And his name is Mr. Morgan Robinson. He started in the production department of Spike Lee's He Got Game and Summer of Sam. He attended the New York Film Academy and his short Tapazis won some prizes and so on and so forth. He will tell us more about it. His film is called Burning in the Sun by Cambria Matlow and Morgan Robinson. And it's a very interesting documentary indeed. We were just talking about it. So, Mr. Robinson, welcome to the African Show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Wait, let me, I didn't turn your mic on. Okay, say that again.
Thanks for having me, Lawrence.
Okay,
I appreciate
good.
being here.
Okay, and your film is documentary, and it was filmed where?
It was filmed in Mali, West Africa.
In West Africa, okay. Now, since I didn't see it or haven't seen it, can you just describe the film a little bit?
Sure. It's a documentary. It's about a young guy named Daniel Dombele. He's West African. He's from Mali. And he sets out to start building a business that manufactures solar panels in Mali, locally. And because he can manufacture them locally at a low price, he's able to sell them to villagers. And Mali's a country where 99% of villagers, of rural Malians, don't have any electricity. So them getting panels can make a big difference in their lives.
And how did you hear about him?
We heard about him. My co-director, Cambria Matlow, had a friend named Mary Graham. And Mary founded an organization called Practical Small Projects. And Practical Small Projects was a nonprofit that got together resources to help and sort of co-found this business with Daniel. So she helped organize and bring over two engineers who would help Daniel figure out how to build panels and then install them.
So originally, was he living in the United States or living somewhere else?
Daniel?
Yes.
He grew up in Mali. He went to school in Morocco and also spent time in Europe. But he's very much Malian, and he actually moved back to Mali from Europe to start this business.
And you said what? His mother is Malian?
His mother is actually Italian,
Okay.
and his father's Malian. And his mother is a really remarkable woman named Loriana Dombele. And she actually has been building wells in Mali for 25 years. She's built over 300 wells. She's built more wells than anyone else in the
whole country.
Privately in the whole country, yeah. And she's just an amazing person.
So, based on the documentary and based on what he got, the parts that he got to fix it, is it working?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He's in business. His business is growing. He's now expanded his business to not just be making and installing solar panels, but he's also making schools and making installations in maternities and all over rural Mali, doing pumps and wells, lots of different things.
Okay, for some of our listeners who don't know what solar panel is, can you tell us what it is?
Good question. I really didn't know what a solar panel was when I started this project either, but basically it's a device that you put on a roof and the sun shines and generates electricity. And what the electricity goes from the panel into a battery, and then the battery
charge,
right can be used to run any sort of small electrical device.
So if there's no sunshine, it will not work.
There's no chance.
And Africa has a lot of it.
Africa is rich in sunshine.
And so what do they use those charged batteries for? I mean, is it for just lights or for air conditioning or for cooking? What was he using it for?
It's for lights. You can use it to install a pump in a well, and you can use it for basically any small electrical application: a radio, a television, a computer. So what you can't do cheaply is to run an air conditioner or run any kind of heavy equipment like a hair dryer or something that like a electric stove. You wouldn't be able to do that unless you had a lot of panels.
So what if the batteries are not functioning? Then there's nothing.
Well, you can actually, if you have a panel, you can run something directly off the panel.
Oh, okay.
However, it's
Charging in the background also.
It's much more reliable to have a battery. But what you can do is you can just use a regular car battery, which are all over Mali anyway, because even if people don't have panels, they do want to be able to power a radio, and they end up buying a car battery and then lugging the battery to the local place to pay $1 to charge the battery off of a generator. But what Daniels enables people to do is invest in a solar panel so they don't have to transport their battery anymore, and they can just power it themselves for free. And they can also set up small businesses where other people bring their batteries to power off of the solar panel.
So where in Mali did you do the documentary?
Well, we filmed mainly in Bamako, which is where Daniel's based. It's the capital of Mali. And we also filmed in the village of Benko, which is where Daniel did his first installation. And it's a very small, typical village in Mali.
And we were talking about how he got the price of the panels. You said it's very cheap. Why is it so cheap?
Well, Daniel's able to make panels for, like, I think it was a 33-watt panel for, he was able to sell it for about $200. And that is compared to, I believe it was $500 or $600 for an imported panel. So there are solar panels in Mali, but they're all imported. They're all manufactured in Europe or in America, and they're imported, and they're therefore very expensive. But because Daniel was able to use a lot of local materials in the manufacturing process, he used local glass,